All right, sorry. Ran out of space. But I'm gonna have some technological improvements soon. They're in the fixins, so that should stop happening. All right, welcome to All Good Things and All Good Time, part 2, continuation of the same last one I was just doing. All right, so back to investing money. So here is everything you need to know about how to invest money and how to set yourself up to get rich. All right. In a scenario where you have 10 or 100 of something, let's talk about, right? So let's say you have $100,000, okay, or 10,000 or $1 million, and you want to put it to work in the stock market, right? But you want to make sure you're not going to lose your money, okay? One of the most offensive things to me is these fucking idiots, right? And you hear it right now. There's two narratives where you're like, what? Okay, I just heard somebody in the news complain that people lost everything they owned with FTX. This guy's going to jail, and he's not going to fare well in jail, that's for sure. This sweet boy. But the FTX story of these people losing everything they own is the story of the stupidest people that ever fucking lived. Oh, it's offensive. Okay, so here's the ancient philosophy. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Confucius said, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Holy shit. So, whether you had all your money in Enron and lost it all when Enron went out of business, or you had it all in the .com sector of the stock market and you lost all your money there, or you had all your money in real estate and you lost all your money there, right? Which is year 2000. Thank you, George Bush. The year 2008. Thank you, George Bush. Right? I mean, right? So the story of people losing everything they own should never happen, because the only way for that to happen is because you're stupid. So how do you not be stupid? You don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. Duh. Oh my God. And now also, oh, my entire business, my whole life is on TikTok. Okay, if your whole business, your whole life is on TikTok, you need to diversify. Duh. How could you be so fucking stupid? Anyway. Oh man, the window was open in the last, I bet people could hear me out there. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take 40%. Say you got 100 grand, you can take 40 grand, and you're gonna create a disciplined approach. You can create all your own parameters and rules, that's fine. And if you have a high threshold for risk, maybe use 60% of your money. A low threshold for risk, 40%. Stay within 40 and 60% of your overall pile of cash, okay? Which you can generate from either, working your ass off and living beneath your means, or maybe you get a little inheritance, or maybe you get a settlement, or maybe you get a payout. There's people that survived this fire who lost loved ones, families. I think 13 families at least so far have been given $1.5 million. And in any situation where you start to make money or you have it to work with, you need to know what to do with it. And the world will try to make you think you're not smart enough to know what to do with your own money. And you need somebody to help you. You don't, okay? You don't need anybody's help. You are smart enough. You are good enough. You're brave enough. You can invest your own money better than anybody else. Now, what is a mutual fund or an exchange-traded fund? It's a fund where a team of people, okay, all right, hear me out. Talk about the easiest job that ever existed. A team of people pick 10 stocks, 10 companies. That's it. 10 companies, and then they follow them. They watch everything they do. They visit them. And if they don't like them after a while, then they sell one and they buy a different one. And that's all they do, right? They own 10 companies, right? Okay. And you can look that up and see what companies they own, right? You can just copy a team of mutual fund managers. Or if you buy an exchange traded fund, that is buying 10 companies, right? Talking about diversification, right? If you have 20 stocks and all of them are invested in 10 stocks, then that's a huge way to diversify. Or you can get the stock that represents the S&P 500, representing 500 companies, right? For instance, speaking to diversification. Of course, you're only using half your money, 40, 50, 60%. So if you lost, so anyway, and that's what they do, just 10 companies, all right? But what I'm going to suggest is that you take it 10 more. You ultimately want to have your own portfolio that you're managing that has 20 companies in it, 20 stocks, 5% of your money invested 20 times, okay? The only companies I'm going to tell you to buy are the first two I'm going to buy because they're the companies that set you up for all your other success, okay? NLY and CIM. They both pay ridiculous dividends, which means while your money's sitting there, it just clocks money, right? Cash that allows you to buy more stock from that account, right? Even if you never put more money into it. And so the disciplined approach that I suggest is that the goal is to ultimately invest your 40 grand, your 40% of your $100,000 divided 5%, 20 different ways, starting with those first two. The first 16 companies you buy all have to meet the criteria of having at least I prefer a 3% dividend payout. You will not accept any company in your portfolio that doesn't pay 3% for the first 16 companies you buy, right? And you're going to find that there's more than 16 companies that you would like to own once you start following the news. And you're going to need to start watching CNBC, maybe Bloomberg. You can just watch TV, listen to CEOs talk about their companies, right? You can go the route of Warren Buffett, right? Everything Warren Buffett likes to invest in is stuff he understands, right? Invest in Snickers bars. He's pretty sure people are going to keep eating Snickers bars next year, or M&Ms, or Reese's peanut butter cups. They're still going to need stuff moved on a railroad next year, right? So he loves railroads, right? Banks are things he understands. They're simple, right? And so, right, a company I just watched the CEO talk about was the company that owns Huggies and Kleenex, right? Pretty sure people are going to still be buying Kleenex and Huggies in 10, 20 years. In other words, you can just look for businesses you know are never going to go out of business and that do a really simple thing that you see everywhere, right? That is a good method by which to invest. But that's going to be the criteria. And then the last 4 stocks, that's when you finally get to have fun. And you allow yourself to buy companies that pay no dividend. And that could be Tesla, or used to be Apple. I think now Apple pays a small dividend, under 3%. But it could also be the company Cybin. It's a psychedelic mushroom biotech, which is interesting. Or some startup company, because any startup's not going to pay a dividend. Or some, if stocks issued by a company for the first time ever, like when Facebook first came out at $34 a share, right? So, or Amazon, doesn't pay a dividend and so on, right? You might want to buy Amazon. So that's when you get to buy it, the last 4 stocks you buy. And then you'll have $40,000 invested of your 100, and it doesn't matter if those stocks go down because they're all going to be paying you dividends. It's going to be reaping cash into your account, which then allows you to buy more stock, right? All the while, there's one thing that's most likely going to happen, although there's this whole AI thing that's its own narrative. I mean, now there's a chance that the stock market could just start cranking and keep it going, all on the backs of the productivity that's created by AI. So maybe we're on this long bull run. But the odds are still good, and even with AI, and probably because of AI, right? The one thing you can count on is likely to happen stocks are going to go on sale someday, right? And you're going to want to catch that train when it comes. I happen to have, this is a good brag, and it's on my Facebook account because it's timestamped. But on the day of the highest day in the stock market's history, at 29,500 or something, on I think February 12th, while the dipshit Donald Davis Jefferson, which is a reference to Jefferson Davis, the Confederate president, DJT, Davis Jefferson Trainwreck, when he was president, he was such an idiot. You could see the stock market collapsing, but no one else could see it for some reason. Anyway, I went on Facebook. I called my brother, said, hey, man, you want to get out of stocks and into cash? He's like, yeah, you worry about yourself, he says to me. Anyway, so then I went on Facebook, and I was like, look, if you've got a portfolio, if you've got stocks, you want to get into cash from your stocks, you'll be able to buy them all back on sale. And nobody listened to me, or a lot of people gave me blowback. And what happened? Yeah, 2 weeks later, the stock market had completed its downward spiral. 11,000 points it dropped, from 29,000 to 18,000. Thank you, douchebag Donald, the worst president in American history, just destroying our freaking economy, because it was easy to see, man. I mean, there were pipeline freaking shakeups. I mean, you know, the supply chain shakeups. South Korea was already shutting down. I mean, China was, I mean, there's just so much calamity, and the stock market kept cranking up like fools. Because what happened was when douchebag Donald got into office, he took the brakes off. All the safety measures we put in after the 2008 debacle to protect us from having another crash, he took all that off. The Dobbs stuff and So what happened during Obama is, as the stock market grew during Obama, it was measured and it was held in check, and we knew we weren't going out of control crazy. But then Donald came in, he stopped taxing the billionaires, stopped taxing corporations. We had no money coming into the government. He spent money on a credit card, just blew cash, and the stock market cranked up. Of course it did. So anyway, we need to put some of those measures back in banks. That's why banks are not as solvent as they used to be, because of stupid piece of shit Donald, the traitor. So, but yeah, 11,000 points in 2008. Oh man, yeah, it dropped in half. Freaking in 2000, it dropped in half. So that's why, okay, you're going to keep half your money, 40, 50, 60% of it, in cash, okay? Because without having to sell any of your stocks, which you might want to do if you see it coming. But even if you don't, because you're going to be on the long haul on all these companies, right? You're not wanting to sell any of them. You love these companies. And even if you miss selling them, that's okay. You want to have a pile of cash around for when, you know, Tesla goes from 2,000 down to 300, right? Which is what happened. It was on sale, right? And then it blew up to 2,000, split 7 ways. And I don't know if it's split again since, but I mean, that money, the money you could have invested then, you would have got like 1,000% return in many cases if you'd gone right in at 18,000 on the Dow, on all, and or all just if you just bought the S&P 500, so there can and probably will be opportunities to just clean up, to just get obvious. Like, it'll be obvious because the stock market will just drop. And here's the thing, when the stock market drops like that, in all the situations where it's dropped, there'll be good companies, okay, whose stock price drops for no damn reason, right? They're doing great. Everything's great. They're earning money, they're profits, they're efficiently run, you know, everything. They're not trading over some crazy multiple. And so, yeah, that's what you're looking for. You're going to want to just buy more of the companies you probably already have, but you'll be buying them at such a discount. And that's how you really get rich, okay? But regardless of that, if you're just constantly working that stock market, getting dividends, buying more stocks, paying more dividends, buy more stock, pay more dividends, right? And then you leverage all that to buy a house. Now you got real estate, you got cash, you got stocks, then you get yourself a retirement account, you got a retirement account, you got your stock brokerage account, which could also be your retirement account, you got your real estate, you got your cash pile, right? What is this? Diversification. Now, if you're in 20 companies and one of them is Enron or one of them is FTX, and they go belly up like they did, oh, let's see, that was 5% of your portfolio, which was only 40% of your overall cash. That's 2% of your money. You lost 2% because somebody went out of business, which is why it's just asinine, moronic. You are an idiot if you lose all your money. Okay? Don't lose all your money. Be smart with it. Anyway, so that is my simple philosophy. And that's why even when you want to get risky, don't go all in, man. Keep 40% on the sidelines if you want to go 60% into the stock market, right? So, and more than 20 companies is just too much to keep track of. Less than that is boring. And once you get to 10, there's going to be 10 more companies you're going to want to buy. There's going to be 30 more companies you're going to want to buy, and you're going to have to decide between them. So once you decide you want to buy a company, then you start watching it. Look at their charts. Look at their book value. That's the value of the company if they sold all their assets. Look at their price to earnings multiple. You don't want a real high one, right? You want one that's somewhere between, 10 and 30, at most. But, I think the average on Wall Street is somewhere like, 15, 18 times earnings. Look at those charts, and then wait until things look cheap, and because some company you want to buy today will be cheaper next week or the week after that, or maybe not. Like I said, man, AI could be this interesting thing where it just drives the stock market up, which you need to get on board with. No, 93% of all stocks are owned by 10% of the people. So I want to encourage you people who are not in the stock market to trust yourself and to consider it and to get into it, okay? This is how you diversify. This is how you grow your wealth, you protect your wealth, and if you don't do anything else but just work your ass off, save your money, earn dividends, you can get rich in this world by just doing the right thing, living beneath your means, putting your money to work, letting dividends pile in there while you put more money in, right? That's what you do. That's how you do it, okay? And so I'm going to be repeating this, and I'm going to be playing it out and telling you what I'm doing in my son's portfolio and in my own. A really shitty fucking financial advisor is the kind that my mother had. She didn't trust herself. So what did she have? When I looked at her portfolio, he had her in 71 different stocks. Anyway, those have been split up, and I've got, I was just given some of her stocks, and it's like, it's unbelievable, right? In some cases, there's positions are 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares of a stock. And when I'm not talking about a $2,000 stock, I'm talking about just a normal stock. It's just ridiculous. This guy did not represent my mother's interest very well, right? And then, of course, if you buy 70 stocks, yeah, you're going to get lucky a little bit. And so like, oh, he bought some Netflix, and that really went up. Oh, yeah, that's one of them. But when Petrobras dropped, he didn't sell out. He didn't back out of that because he can't manage 71 stocks. So, I just got some stocks from my mom, and in many cases, it's like 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares. It's so stupid. And it's also a way to take advantage of somebody, because every time you're doing one of those transactions, you're generating a little bit of commission for yourself. So, it's retarded. Anyway, pardon the language there. But yeah, and then you compare that to a freaking mutual fund where, a team of people manages 10 stocks. And you can just look it up. What are the 10 stocks this ETF is invested in, right? And so when you invest your own money, you want to do that on your own conscience, right? If you want to put it all into wind and solar, or all into petroleum, or all into companies that hate gay people or love gay people, whatever your thing is. I love gay people. They are not a threat to me or anybody. And they have Canadians and gay people have a great sense of humor, typically, I find. Anyway, especially gay men. Gay men are the funniest motherfuckers ever. Anyway. All right, so that's everything there is to know about how to invest your money. And I'm just going to keep repeating the same shit over and over and then play it out into real life. And that's going to be part of my channel now, investment advice. I work for a blind stockbroker named Don Frank. And when I was 19, 20, 21, I'd read to him all of his research information on a Monday night after he got it all from Shearson Lehman Hutton. He worked on the 30th floor at 1 Sansom Street in downtown San Francisco. He had 300 clients, and he was blind. And so I read him all his information, wrote up his buy and sell tickets, spoke to his clients for him, read him Forbes magazine, read him all his research stuff, read him the Christian Science Monitor because he was a Christian Scientist, which is why he was blind, because he wouldn't get help. Crazy, but devoted, and obviously about the most honest person, about the one kind of Christian that you can really trust is the guy willing to go blind for Jesus. I tell you what. So yeah, that's my past. I am not a licensed financial advisor, but I'm never going to ask for any money from you. I'm not going to tell you you're going to need more of me to know what to do. I just told you everything you need to know right there. If you just follow 16 stocks out of 20, 3% more dividend, break it up 5%, last 4 under 3%. Bam. 40% of your overall cash. Simple. So simple. All right. I just heard the song Dance Monkey. That's really good, by the way. It's really good. It makes you want to dance. And it's about the whole video is about getting old men out to dance on the golf course. So that's cool. Oh, here's some advice for the corporation called Apple. You should have done this 20 years ago, but it's still not too late. You should buy, obviously, iRobot. You have enough money, you can just buy the whole company. Buy iRobot, because you're starting to make robots. You're going to need to call your robots the iRobot, obviously. So you needed to have purchased this company years ago, but you still can. You can afford it. Just buy them. Take on all their technology, and most importantly, the name. Or just offer them a lot of money to be able to also use it. Oh, I hope Mike Tyson kicks the shit out of that narcissist guy. God, with Jake Paul guy. These weirdos that they just are so attention hungry. Like, that's their whole thing. And mind you, if you want to become famous someday, you should wait till you're 55 years old. A life of anonymity is the best life lived. It's a curse to become famous. Not that I'm not. But if I do become famous, obviously I have to try to become if I want to succeed in comedy. And if I want to succeed in comedy so I can get into politics, try to make the world a better place, it's what I got to do. But yeah, these dipshits that don't realize that fame is a curse. You don't really want it. Oh, Truth Social. Let's talk about stock market again. It's like not even worth 50 cents a share. All right, I should have posted this last when it was at 80 bucks a share. Oh my God. It's a joke. It only brought in 4 million and it costs 60 million to run the company. So they're losing $60 million practically a year right now. That's a piece of shit company. And Trump thinks that he's the whole brand, which he is. And so that's why I think he feels obligated to post 70 angry posts a day. Oh, all right. Oh, hey, if you haven't put a little peroxide in your ears, this is a really good time. Oh, man. You haven't lived until you've experienced the gentle tickle of the peroxide in your ear. Also, woo, so much fun. That was fun. It's one of the funnest things to do in the world. And then we got this here. What do we got? We got some aloe vera. We got some aloe vera here. You know what is cool about aloe vera is the body likes it so much, right? Look at that. Body likes it so much you can just smear it right into your eyeballs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I love that old Joe Pesci character. All right, here we go. Just gonna scrape it in there. Get a bunch of it. Oh, let's just smear that right under our eyeballs. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah, it feels so good. All right, now this is the only beauty secret you ladies need. Oh yeah. Oh, I can barely open my eyes; they're all sticky. Oh. Anyway, you shove it right into the corner of your eye. It feels good. It loves your body so much, aloe vera. Anyway. All right. Oh, good for the hair, too. I'll just get up in the hair. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Whew, you should all be growing an aloe vera plant and smearing that shit all over yourself. There's no bad place to smear the aloe vera. Okay. All right. And I got a business idea before I go. What if someone made a butt wipe that was doused in noni juice? And what if wiping your butt with noni juice helped prevent or fight or cure maladies of the colon, which there are many, whether it's one of those bowel syndromes or diseases or hemorrhoids, Crohn's, I don't know what that is, maybe that, I don't know, colon cancer, maybe. What if, I mean, people absorb alcohol through their butt, and they're absorbing marijuana through their butt. There's suppositories all over the place in California. It's incredible. So many people getting high through their butt. But if you can absorb nutrients that way, then what if you wiped your butt with noni juice? What if somebody made a line of butt wipes with noni juice in them? There's a business idea for you. And what if it would make the world a better place? Or aloe vera, or wheatgrass juice. Anyway, I dare to ponder these deep questions. Oh, all right. What else? Did I get it all? Did I get most of it in there? Is there anything else? What's going on in the world, man? It's been crazy. This is crazy. Boy, it sure would be nice to see any religion that didn't just, that wasn't the God is hate religion, right? Whether it's the Netanyahu Jews or the freaking hate-filled evangelicals or the hate-filled Muslims or all the other stupid religions. I mean, man, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a religion that was like all about loving people? Or you know, I mean, we need religious people to be all about love. And yeah, that's why it is really hard. I mean, boy, has religion it's shitting itself. It's shitting its own pants. Like, it is, I don't care what the religion is. I mean, this God is hate business, it just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, none of those God is hate religions are any religions I want to be associated with. Be spiritual, love God, love Jesus, love whatever you want. But man, I don't know about your church. And it's weird ass agenda. We got literally the devil incarnate with his red face, his red hair, and we all know gingers have no soul. Just kidding. And yeah, I mean, how is it not obvious that if the devil was to come to earth, that he would take the form of Davis Jefferson Trainwreck, the traitor, Trump. Trump the chump. Yeah. Anyways, gee whiz. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I think I covered it a lot. Enough. Okay. Thanks for watching, you guys. Jay, John, love you guys. Oh, and thank you. These on my GoFundMe, I think there might be another one I haven't seen yet, but I'm at $15,000 raised, and literally 12,000 of it is just these two amazing people, two amazing women. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I hope I can someday have the opportunity to cook for you. If not, whatever nice things I can do in return and forever. Like, holy shit. Oh man, wouldn't it be fun to just like become so successful you could double back on these people that were kind to you, and then see if they need anything, and then if not, do things that they would want done with some money or something. Anyway, it's incredible. It's generosity beyond comprehension, and it deserves so much thanks, literally. There have been a lot of people that have been really generous, but these two ladies are, at a multiple 10, 20, 30 times more than everybody else, and it's just been crazy. And I think one of them may not be able to donate money anymore, not that she needed to or had to or was obligated to, but once a month this one woman gave me $1,000 for 6 months, and I just want to say thank you. And then this other one, just when unemployment stopped and I reported on it, she donated. The biggest donation I ever got was $2,000. Blew my freaking mind. And then I found out, oh, I am going to get a little bit of money from my mom, and that put me at ease even more. And yeah, I still need and want your help, but it's more want than need, okay, to be honest with you. So, if you're thinking, oh, this guy needs money for food, I'm good. I'll be able to buy food for 2 years. The way I spend money, which is very slowly, and my ability to cook and free rent, my God, yeah, doesn't get any better than this. So, thank you. Hope all is well. Remember, if you want to have a great life, also I was thinking, you cover up. Don't lie out in the sun, okay? Number one. Don't gamble. It's getting shoved down your throat everywhere. Don't listen to any of these fools. Everyone's trying to get you to gamble. Every sport, the state, everybody. Don't do it. It can kill you, okay? Don't put shit up your nose. Don't pop pills. Don't get in the wrong relationships. If you know anybody that's violent, tell them, oh, sorry, I used to know you. Don't know you anymore, okay? Stay away from violent people. If people are violent, punish them by never knowing them again, okay? Eventually, they'll beat you up, okay? Even if you think they're your friend or your spouse, whatever, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Violent people are to be avoided. And don't drive drunk. Getting drunk is also very dangerous. A little bit of alcohol, okay? Lots of alcohol, not so okay. And if you just avoid all that shit, you're probably gonna have a really, really good life. You know what I mean? All right. Do no harm, do no crime. Thanks for watching All Good Things and All Good Time. Yeah. All right.